All right. Yeah. I really don't try to show my face because I want people to look at the bigger picture. They see me looking now. I'm at work. I'm serving. I don't have any makeup on. Not that I'm afraid of not showing my face without makeup, because you'll see that a lot of the pictures that I don't have makeup on and I'm not fashionably dressed. Um, don't mean that I can't slay. It's just that's not what I'm trying to project here. That's not what I'm trying to bring forth to the light. Um, I wanted to talk about today about uh, doing your part. You know, um, going through this time with me, like, um, well, first of all, I never thought that I was gonna be, not say I was gonna be anything, but I didn't have any really main goals. I just wanted to serve God. You know, um, and as time went by, I started learning that in order to be in life, I was taught, in order to be somebody in life, you have to have goals, and you have to, in order to be successful, you have to you have to have intentions, and you have to follow through on them. So that's what I set forth in. Little did I know is that my intentions, even though my intentions might be good, it might not be what's best for me. And this is why I started learning more about what God had for me. Um, Not trying to push religion on anyone or anything like that. I'm just telling you my point of view. This is my channel, so I'm telling you my viewpoint from my lens. Everyone has their own story, so feel free to do that on your lens. Right now, I'm telling you what happened through my lens, and hopefully it'll help you. Because you just don't go through things by yourself. The devil try to make you feel. The enemy tries to make you feel like you're going through situations and obstacles and things by yourself when you really are not. um but yeah, I went through a lot of hard times, and people were looking at me, and I really felt like I was Job. But the good thing about it is that's like one of my favorite people in the Bible is Job and Solomon, really. Um and the reason why I like Job is Job was like, I don't care what I got. All this belongs to you, God. He was real humble, and he just really trusting God. He, like, people didn't think about, everybody look at Job like Job was an honorable man because he was so, you know, he was upright, and he did, he tried to do good to everybody, and he was rich, and he lost it all and he got it back. But people don't really understand that the true power that Job really had was just trusting in God. Like, no matter what it looked like, no matter how bad things seem, God's got me. And if it doesn't look like, if that means that I'm not going to have what I think I need to have, then so be it, because God is Lord and Lord over all. You know what I'm saying? Like, people didn't really, like, that's what I got from Job. And I really do believe that's what Job really like felt, because he said, naked I came this world, naked I'll leave. When people say he lost everything, he didn't lose everything, really. He was getting closer to God. When he lost everything, people don't understand that, and I understood that more and more when I became homeless back to back to back. Like, every time people were like, how is this even happening? Like, God had already let me know that it was gonna come to pass, and I just thought I was tripping, because I was like, well, why would God tell me some crazy dumb stuff like that? But when it happened, I was able to receive it, and people was looking at me like, girl, you don't seem changed a bit. Like, you just look so. And people didn't even know I was homeless. People didn't even know what the struggle I was going through, because the Lord had already let me know, like snippets. But I believed in God. Like, I always believe it's nothing in me, and I still believe that there's nothing in me that is good, because it says that in the Bible. I believe everything in the Bible, everything. Okay, not part of it, all of it, even the stuff that I do wrong. I believe in it because it's His word, not mine. My opinions don't matter when it comes to the word. Um, my belief system is based off of the word. So why would my belief system change the word? So that's what I got off of Job. And Solomon, the reason why I like Solomon is because um, Solomon was a just man too. Even though he did some crazy bad stuff at the end, um, but he was humble enough to understand that he wanted to be wise, and he really wanted to serve God's people. He really did. And God, looked at that and was like, boom, since, that's what you really wanted, and he saw that. Solomon was sincere, you know, sincere as a child, like, this is what it is, you know, then that's what I want, you know, that's what I'm going to give you. I'm going to give you, you're going to be more than that. You're going to be rich in your spirit. Since you understand the true meaning of being with God, you're going to be rich inside and outside. Everybody going to know that you belong to me. That's how God, like, blessed Solomon. And that's what I was like, dang, that's what kind of belief I really want to have with God. I don't really care about too many people. You know, yeah, you say that, but then God really took me through this time and started even taking me away from people that I really latched on to, like family members and some of my friends, you know. And he started ripping me away from those people. And I was just like, oh my God, oh my God. But it got me so closer to God that I just felt at total peace. People thought that I was losing my mind. I hadn't even talked to them or anything like that. God was just giving me the sovereign peace. You see what I'm saying? And so what I wanted to just address today, and I didn't even have a dime to my name, but I was not broke. I'm telling you, my spirit was up. My spirit was up. I did not lack for anything. As a matter of fact, I dressed in clothes better than I did when I was making $60 an hour. Okay, I'm trying to tell y'all this, okay? And that was almost like 3 times as what my age was. So, come on. God is real. God is real. He ain't no lie, you know. And that's all I wanted to do was serve God's people. And I want God to understand that I don't even care what goes on, you know, though they might slay me, yet I will trust in him. That's all I want to do. That's all we supposed to do in this whole doggone stinking life, you know. And when I started going through my trials, that's what really started showing me. People were being real mean to me, real hurtful, you know. I have that opening with people, you know, betraying me. All those kind of wounds was coming up. But, I have to check on stuff, but God still provided. He still took care. He still did what he did. He still did what he does, you know. And it got me so like ooh, like I'm so proud. I'm so grateful. Not proud, you know. Well, I am proud. I'm sorry. I'm proud that I serve a good God. I'm proud that I serve a merciful, wonderful Savior. Even when you mess up, he comes and he always makes that stuff like come in right on time. Like it's back to back to back. Like, you know, I didn't run this race. I didn't come in here having everything all polished up. Yeah, I tried to be upright, but I saw my own wickedness, and God just started putting that stuff together. You know, when I was going through this whole time, people going to think like this all because this is coming up now in the media and stuff, and people think like people are just talking about it, because some people are just talking about it because it's media and they just want to get on the tip of the iceberg. They see it's a new in thing, but this was a journey for me. This was a race for me. This was my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is, God had to show me what he was showing me through my life. And I wanted to, it was so many times like people were doing so much wrong stuff, and people was like, why don't you get back at them? Why don't you do this? This person cheated on me. Why don't you do this? No, because I believe in what God says. You know what I'm saying? And I almost got to the part, like I really was, even a couple of days ago, I had to catch myself, because I got into this point and I was like, God, if you God if you the Lord of Lords and the King of Kings, and you answer our prayers, and you know what's best for me, God, if this is what you say, see, you know, if this is who you say you are, God, and I believe, I'm putting everything on the line. I'm putting everything on the line because it's yours anyway. I don't have no, you know, then do follow up with what you say. Follow up with what your word. You see all these people doing all this demonic stuff to me. You see all these people doing all this other stuff. But I'm trusting you. I'm not retaliating back on these people because of that. Because I just don't want to. Just because I am a nice person. I'm not retaliating on you because I believe in what the Lord Jesus Christ says. And he said he will repay your enemies. He will avenge those who seek vengeance against your life. You don't need to be mean. You don't need to jump out of character. It's just really not my character even to be that mean to someone, you know. So my whole thing was coming on here and just talking about what are you supposed to do. Sometimes we just look at all about what this person isn't doing, what that person isn't doing. And once you take your focus off the main issue, which is yourself, that's when you in a whole heap of trouble, okay? And I had to do that with myself, and that's why, like, God was just showing me, because it was nobody but the Lord who showed me what was I doing wrong, because he gave me the senses, and he gave me the signs to lead those people who was doing that bad stuff, but I wanted to believe what I wanted to believe. I wanted to believe that everybody is like me. Everybody is not like Bill. That's why they not, they don't look like you. That's why they don't feel like you. That's why they don't smell like you. That's why they don't have your name. That's why they don't have your spirit. They're not. And believe it or not, most people want to think that we live in a world, or we live in a society, especially in the U.S. and in Canada, in North America especially, and in the UK too. We want to believe that we live in a society that helps its members, that builds it up, and we live in this positive society. But no, the world feeds on negativity. It tells you in the Bible that you are going to be persecuted because of your belief in the truth, in the light, in the realness, not the fake. People, think about people who make they make a lot of money, okay? People who live in the suburbs. I just want to say this, because not everybody in the suburbs, or everybody who made it, or everybody who live in a mansion is evil. It's just not like that. That is not how the system even works, okay? If that was the case, then everybody would be turning to evil, and there would be no reason to even go for good. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the whole purpose of you putting in good to get a good outcome if good never comes? And that would mean that good plus good equals evil. And evil plus evil equals good. That doesn't, sweet and bitterness don't come out the same well. It tells you that, So think about that. Somebody who used to live in a neighborhood. They all lived in a neighborhood, that was, filled with poverty. They struggled, but they made it. It wasn't you, and you don't really look at poverty when everybody's everybody's struggling. It's not poverty. It's just that's what it is. And then one person makes it and they go out to the suburbs, Now, some people are going to be happy with them, but most of them are not. They're going to say, well, you could have stayed in the hood, and you could have did this, and you could have did that. Or other people, well, you think you too good for that. You tried to make yourself better, and you did. And it has nothing to do with that. It has nothing to do with that at all. They just saw the bigger picture, that in order to pull people out or to do better, you got to get where better is. You got to get where, and that doesn't mean necessarily always moving into the suburbs. That was just an illustration. Doesn't mean that you're going to outcast anyone. It just means if you want, you're not going to go into a place that has, if you want to get away from a lot of people with crime, you're not going to go into a place that has poverty issues, places that has poor housing issues, or places that has a lot of drug influence, or places that have low job links or job sources, because jobs it's not, people think that you have all this demonic and all this crazy activity because of freaking drugs. That's not the only issue. Most of it is really dealing with jobs. Yeah, most of it is dealing with jobs. And then you got to think about it. A crack addict, a cokehead, a meth head, anybody who's doing drugs, they will not bother you if they can support their habit. Now, there are some that cannot function and they don't, go to work. But there are a lot of high functioning alcoholics, weed head, dope head, all that. No. It's a lot of people who are struggling. Anorexias, people bulimic. They go to work every freaking day. And it's the challenges that they have at work or the challenges that they have at home that doesn't help them do that. You see what I'm saying? But most of the time it's dealing with a job. Most of the times it's dealing with a job, because if they can form their habit, if they can keep their habit, then they can keep, they can keep going, or they can keep a roof over their head. They know they need to keep a roof over their head and be covered. That's how it was, and that's how my ex was. He was just, hey, this dude was at it, but like I said, it is based off, all this is what I'm trying to say. I'm not trying to throw off too many tangents, but All of this is truth. You can go look it up. I don't just listen to what I'm saying. Look this stuff up. Find out for yourself. Don't take anyone's word for it, because there are a lot of people who just want to talk and want to have fame. They want to keep their mouths, And then there's other people, they want to keep their names open. Then there's other people who just really want to turn you away. They want to keep you lost. They want to give, they want you to give your power to them, because they know that, a person that's ignorant is the easiest target, is the simple. It says the prudent saves his life, hides itself when he's in trouble. But the simple walks and is destroyed. It doesn't say that, just the Christians are destroyed, the people who are honest and true. It tells you the people who don't have knowledge, the people who don't have understanding, the unwise, the ones that don't check up on things. Those are the ones that get swallowed up, Those are the ones that get devoured. But the prudent, the person who understands there's a bigger picture. You look behind things and you check up on things. When you discover something that's bad, you take refuge, you take cover, because you can't be every, and God doesn't give you all that authority to do that, either. He just, yeah. But anyhow, so what I wanted to say on here is, what are you doing that you are supposed to be doing? When I went through this whole situation, I believed in what God said, and I served. Now there was some real demonic people, and God told me to get away from it, and I didn't understand why, and I was just like, and I didn't need to understand why, and I repented for that. But I went about it, and I just kept going. But God really just tore them off. God is so merciful, and He's so understanding. He sees that what kind of heart you have, even if you are in disobedience. Because I pray, like, God, please forgive my disobedience, but help me to get through this. Because you see all you know what's best for me. And He ripped those people. He put a barricade. When I say a barricade, a literal barricade. Like, these people would go and see me, and I'd be like, why are they so mean to me? Because they had ill intentions for me. They had ill intentions. I mean, so many. And the people that they was paying attention to, I'm like, well, why are they not doing this? Why are they doing that for them? And that's because they were simple-minded. They were blind just as well as I was, but they weren't covered. So they were easy prey, So what are you doing? What is it that you're doing that God is calling you to do? That you are holding on, that you're trying to hold on to, that's stopping you from it. I had people because you want to listen to people, and you want to listen to the outside word, because the stuff, it sounds good, it sounds right, man. You just have to get in your scriptures. The Holy Spirit will work in you. Sometimes some of these people, they look like they was doing the right thing, giving stuff, and God just told me, like, get away from them. Bye. That, like, and didn't even say nothing. All they was necromancy, oh shoot, what the heck? Like, I couldn't even think what that was, but I knew it was bad. Like, oh hell no, like, get away from them. Get away. And these people, when I say they was serving, man, you ain't never seen no serving. That's what made me get up and do God's work and serve even better, because I'm like, I ain't gonna let no devil worshiper outserve me. That is illegal to the word of God. Now, they supposed to be up in there. Yes. But I'm going to give my all and my all and my all and my all and my all to my last breath. I don't care if demons come all over here and masquerade as people entertaining me. I don't give a damn, because the Lord is my life. The Lord giveth and the Lord taketh away. Now, they might try to pacify me. They might try to terrorize me. They might try to scare me. But guess what? The Lord is still over me, okay? They can't take my life anyway, because I belong to the Lord. So my life is in His hand. And what is in His hand, He is able to keep. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be like, look, I ain't even about to play with you no more. Usually I try to play a game, but I don't. Yeah, usually I try to play a game, but no, I don't. I don't even try to play with him no more. Some people are just evil, and they're demonic, and they are not of God. They are not of God. So, and you just got to stay focused. What is it that He's calling you to do? And you might not even be a believer right now. You might just be looking for this, because it's not just for the believers. This is not just for the believers. This is for the unbelievers as well as the believers. This is for people who believe in truth. You know, what is it? God is a spirit. He will talk to you. He will speak through you because he created you. You will. I mean, it's you know he will speak to you. And I don't want to say every time someone speaks to you, every time you hear a spirit speaking to you is of God. It's not. It say test the spirit by the spirit, and if it's not of him, rebuke it. Just stay in the word, pray. And even if you are not a believer, just say, Master, if this is of you, let me know. Help me. I don't know what it is. Help me. If you're his, you're already in his hand. Before you even open your mouth, he already knew you. So, yeah. What are you doing that you need to let go of? And no matter what, just believe and do what God says. It does not matter what it looks like on the outside. People was seeing real bad stuff. Other people would look at me and be like, dang, she looks really polished. She's this and that. I was even looking at myself as in a darker lens. Like, what the heck? That's how it was. That's how this curse was. This curse of enchantment. And I'll talk about that too. But because I thought it was all self-doubt, but it literally was a curse over my life. A couple of them, a whole bunch of them, but God had already broke the chains free. So, do what you need to do. Do what you need to do. And if you're not doing what you need to do as of this moment, find out what it is. Find out what it is. Hopefully something I said or done will help you on your journey. Stay tuned to Journey to Jerusalem. And thank you.